Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Izzy, you should be able to hear me now. I feel so stupid. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. This stream has officially been ruined from the beginning. So let me start all over by saying this. Um, just sometimes, okay, I have a condenser mic right here. Sometimes the biggest mistake that anybody makes when owning a microphone that requires like phantom power is that they don't turn on the phantom power. Condenser mics require phantom power. The biggest mistake anybody makes in a studio, recording, or anything, they're like, oh, why can't I hear it? Did you check to see if the phantom power is on? It's not. And the phantom power is like a little red light indicator that I have on my USB preamp right here. And I forgot to do that. I'm such a moron. Anyways, thank you, Izzy, for letting me know. Eid Maos Korea. Hello. How you doing? Thank you for joining my stream. Welcome to the channel. I'm going to be bagging up some comic books if you haven't seen it already. And to those of you who are joining my stream now, just letting you know, post-stream, if you're watching this, that's what I'm doing in this video today. Everyone, so I'm just glad to be in the stream. I'm glad that you're in the stream too. Today I'm going to be bagging up next Deadpool versus Black Panther. Really fun. It's an interesting mix between serious character and a very funny comedic character. I didn't finish them all. There's only like about 5 of these issues. I only finished like the first 2. So, but it's an interesting juxtaposition between those 2 characters. I don't think Deadpool makes a Black Panther movie joke yet. In this issue, but in the series. But I hope he does. I hope he says something along the lines of like, yeah, we get it. You're big now because you have your own film. So, yes. Also, if you haven't seen it already, I have a text scroll right here. You can actually donate to this channel. I don't have Super Chat enabled yet, but you can donate. It's there. It's up to you. Alright, that's my second comic that I just bagged on board tonight. What is next? Oh, look at that. Well, this is the original issue. The other one was a variant. This is the original Deadpool, Deadpool versus Black Panther. Black Panther versus Deadpool, excuse me. Oh, I got it backwards. Before my D's. This is the original cover. The other one was a variant. I like variants. In the local comic shop that I visit, usually I ask them to include variants of comics that I also collect. So originals and variants are always welcome in my collection. And I have thousands of comics in my corner there in my bed. It kind of looks like a makeshift home of comics, which is just boxes. But yeah. Right. And these are resealable plastics, by the way. I know it's kind of old by now, but do you remember the Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider-Man comic starting from 2016? It had that new redesign of the suit that was apparently controversial. Yeah, I do remember, but I didn't read it. I wasn't looking forward to it. And it's weird because I usually look forward to a lot of Spidey comics, and I have different variants and like issues of Spider-Man. Like currently I'm reading like the new Spider-Man stuff where like what if Spider-Man grew within the real timeline, within the real world. And I've already finished reading 1960s, 70s, 80s, and 90s Spider-Man. Now I'm in the 2000 Spider-Man. I haven't read that one yet, but that's number 5. And Spider-Man actually grows within that real timeline. But the Ben Reilly one, I didn't read it, and I heard about it, and I saw it. I was like, ugh, whatever. I only like the original Ben Reilly, the Scarlet Spider with like the jacket and the hoodie. And it's all red here and big white eyes. I like that one. I thought it was dope though. Manzi, hi. Thanks for stopping by. We're just bagging up comics, and this is the Arachnite one. I like this one. It was like only a one-time thing. It was a small one. But I'm just bagging up comics, and if you are just joining now, this is what I'm talking about. I got another box of comics that I got to bag as well. So I'm just bagging them up. And I'm talking about them as I bag them up individually. So yeah, I got tons of comics to. I'm way behind. It's embarrassing, I know. Izzy, you know what? I should make you a moderator. There you go. You're a moderator now, Izzy. Well, it's not just Marvel. I also have DC. So, how was your guys' weekend? I didn't really get to do much. You know, I just finished paying the rent too. I'm kind of broke. Well, actually, I'm broke. I'm very broke. For like, I'm gonna be broke. For what's today? The 4th. I'm gonna be broke for like about 12 days now. It's so sad but funny at the same time. Yeah, I should probably have put the board first. My weekend was full of work. Smiley face. Hey, I like DC, but the DCU bad. Well, yeah, but I gotta say the DCU is improving with like the recent releases of Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Shazam. Those movies are actually very good. Surprisingly enough, you gotta watch it if you haven't seen it already. It looks like Warner Brothers DC really heard the feedback from their fans, and they're doing a phenomenal job. Shazam was a great time. I loved Shazam. That was a good time. That real-time Spidey series, though, is pretty cool. I kind of wish more comics did that. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I gotta say, I really am enjoying that real Spider-Man series. That Spider-Man series where like he actually grows older in real time. It's like, what if Spider-Man lived in real time? And my thing is this, right? Because Spider-Man has superpowers and his body is practically enhanced with these powers, where like he's very aerodynamic, acrobatic, very strong. I'm thinking he would outlive your typical regular, senior citizen. So he'd be still very spry for like an old man. Let's say like if he was in his 60s and 70s, he'd be very spry. Like he'd be very strong, still able to move faster than your average older man. And that's my take on it. And if they do it that way, I wouldn't be surprised. I've seen Wonder Woman and Aquaman, but not Shazam. The DCU is getting better. That's true. I'm just waiting for the Flash, and same as the Flash is going through like a development hell, and I can't take it anymore. Like it's just so many going back to the drawing board, like forgetting and deleting everything that they wrote, and just writing more scripts or different scripts. It's really annoying and it's very frustrating. All right, here it is, guys. It's the Life Story Spider-Man series. So I already read these. Spider-Man Life Story, the 60s, the 70s, 80s, and 90s. So obviously, we all know that Spider-Man was 15 when he got his powers. So if Spider-Man were alive today and he aged in real time, he would be approximately 72 years old now. And it's also Spider-Man month, so we're celebrating Spidey's month. Spider-Man month, Spider-Man debuted in August 1962. My birthday's in August, and I'm glad that my birthday's in August. Because me and Spider-Man have the same birthday. Not the same dates. We just know that it debuted in August 1962. We don't know the date, unfortunately. Nobody does. You also meet, obviously, by the way, it's not just Spider-Man that grows in real time. All the Marvel characters you know are aging with Spider-Man in real time. So Mr. Fantastic makes an appearance. Some of the villains of Spider-Man makes an appearance. Other superheroes make an appearance in this series. They age in real time. Mr. Fantastic is like older than Peter Parker. So you see him like with gray hairs on the side, and he has like he has a beard, and he looks awesome. Yeah, that's true. He'd be in shape at like 60 years old. Maybe we'll see him in the third Spider-Verse series. And yeah, I wish they would just make up their minds on the Flash movie. Yeah, I know. What's your favorite Spider-Man movie? Well, my favorite Spider-Man movie is Spider-Man 2. And I do have an order as far as from best to worst Spider-Man films, and I listed it in my order for the review of Spider-Man Far From Home. So from best to worst Spider-Man movies, here's my order. And I'm going to list them all, including Into the Spider-Verse, obviously, because that was a very good movie. So Spider-Man 2 coming in at number 1. Spider-Man Far From Home. Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man Far From Home. Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. The Amazing Spider-Man. Spider-Man 3. And The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I think that's how my list is. So, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 being the worst film, I think, in my opinion. And then Spider-Man 3 is coming in close as the second worst. I think that's my order, if I recall correctly. I wonder if we see Miles Morales, Miles in the series. You know how they did different redesigns for Peter as he aged. I wonder if they'll do that with Miles, because I really like to see a different design. Izzy with him. Okay, me too. Well, we can all say that Miles Morales officially exists in the MCU canon, because the Prowler, or at least you can say, I mean, what's his name? Donald Glover's character, who plays, Miles Morales' uncle in the Spider-Man Homecoming film, mentioned that he has a nephew that lives there. So we all know that's Miles. And I just bagged up Venom number 9. It is like 11:51 already, and I'm a little tired. All right, The Flash. See, you guys, I'm also a DC fan. The Flash is my favorite DC character. I've actually grown to like The Flash more than Batman, actually. So, I mean, I like Batman. Don't get me wrong. He was my favorite for the longest, but The Flash, now he became my very favorite. His comics are just awesome. They're gorgeous to read and to look at. What the hell is that thing? What is that? Ugh. I wonder if he blipped or not in Infinity War. Who? What do you mean he blipped? Who blipped? Miles? We may never know. Maybe that won't even be addressed. Maybe that doesn't even matter anymore at this point. Because by the time we see Miles in the MCU, we'll be long past the blipping and the snapshot. So we'll be long past that. So it doesn't matter really at this point. It wouldn't matter at that point, at that time, when that movie comes out. So, but we'll see what happens, you know. Miles Morales, yeah, exactly, Miles. Okay, I like to put the soft side in the front, so the comics can be placed against the soft side of the board rather than the rough edges of the board, because I think the rough part can like scratch the comic a little bit. Here's more DC, and speaking of Batman, look at this issue of Batman right here. That is gorgeous artwork. That's just beautiful. That's Bane and Penguin on there. This is from King, Janine, and Fornes and Belair, and I love their run because their artwork is amazing as well on the front for these issues. It's just amazing to look at. Have you guys been watching Young Justice as well? I'm actually halfway done with season 3, I think. Yeah, Batman comics are so damn good. They look really good these days. What sucks in Phase 4 is that I don't like to watch shows, and they're going to be good amount of shows. Well, I mean, if it's any consolation, the Disney Plus streaming shows... First off, the Disney streaming service is going to be only like $6, I think. And you get access to the entire library of all Disney. We're talking about everything Disney has ever released. Everything. That's amazing. Number 2, the Disney Plus streaming service Marvel shows, they're only going to be about 6 to 8 episodes. So, I mean... Like, it's only a few hours of your time. They're going to be 6 to 8 episodes. They're going to be canon. and the actors that play their characters in the MCU will reprise their roles for the Disney streaming service. So that's going to be awesome. Well, Izzy, speaking of which, Miles, if he didn't blip, convenient for him to be 15. That's also a good point that you bring that up because in the current MCU, the year is supposed to be 2023. Remember, in Endgame, it took place 5 years later after the first film. So it's the year 2023. Obviously, Miles has grown at that point. He could be Spider-Man by then. Here's another DC comic. I'm loving these issues right here. Doomsday Clock. I think it just concluded. I think with issue 12 because it was only going to be a 12-issue series, and it ran for like the past 2 years where they released an issue every other month. So every 2 months an issue came out. The what ifs, by the way, are going to be animated, and they're going to be voiced by the actors. That's Marvel's first animated series. Like, as far as Marvel Studios' first animated series. Because Marvel is producing it. Marvel Studios. So, if anything, Marvel needs better animated films. Because DC is kicking their asses in that department. Marvel needs amazing animated. And I know they can do it. I know it. Like, can you imagine getting freaking, Spider-Man The Hunt animated? Can you imagine getting that series? Like, just like how DC animates their very, very well-known popular comics, there's no continuity with their films, right? Like, the new Batman Hush that's coming out, I can't wait for it, by the way. That's going to be awesome. DC is animating their well-known, most famous, best comics of all time in no particular order. There's no continuity. That's what I want. I want films based off of those comics. So Marvel should do that. Marvel should do Spider-Man The Hunt. They should do the symbiote storyline. They should do Secret Wars. They should do some Avengers storylines in no particular order. Just like recently, like back then, Marvel did some animated films for like the Ultimates and some other things. Those were good films and all, but like whatever. Like it's not anywhere near DC. DC's dishing out movies based off of their comics, like left and right, like candy, and it sells. It's awesome. I don't read the Marvel comics, but what if Peter used Edith to get info on the radioactive spider and Miles Morales finds it? I wonder what the animation would be like. I don't know. I don't know what he used Edith. Marvel should do that. They should have shows for decades, literally. Yeah. Excuse me. And we spoke about Shazam right here. I actually got into the new Shazam comics. This is like right around the time the movie was coming out. They still were promoting the Aquaman movie as well. Excuse me. But Shazam is also, they have gorgeous comics, and they're awesome. I just love reading them. I mean, look at this artwork. It's beautiful. Get this plastic to come off. Excuse me. Izzy, do I have a favorite comic book artist? Yeah, I have a few actually. I like Nick Spencer. I even met him, by the way. It's in one of my Florida SuperCon vlog videos. I met him. It's like in the very first vlog video. Nick Spencer is one of my favorites. Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, and I think that's about it. And King. No, that's it. Todd McFarlane is one of my favorites of all time. And Todd McFarlane is one of the reasons why I like Spider-Man comics in the first place, because he took his version and made his own version of Spider-Man, where like he applied so much level of detail in like the webbing, the costumes, made the eyes bigger on Spider-Man. He made Spider-Man look really cool, and like a lot of the editors and chiefs in like the comics, at that time, they hated that. They didn't want that, but the fans loved it. The comic book readers loved it. So Todd just kept doing that and doing what he wanted, and that's one of the reasons why I like Spider-Man as well, because it's just that Spider-Man can look really cool with the right artist. And my reason behind liking Spider-Man so much is also right behind me on that bookshelf. And you can probably see it from here. It's Spider-Man #1, and it's in gold. I'm kind of sad that they said DBS would be back in July, and it's August now. Yeah, DBS is coming back later. Also, I saw your vid. Who is Omnitoast? That wasn't me. That was Goshen's, my cousin. Goshen's Games. He took a trip to Kentucky. He's taking a trip to Kentucky. He was in Tennessee. Now he's headed to Kentucky. He stopped by at a Best Buy where Omnitoast works. Dragon Ball Super, is he? DBS is Dragon Ball Super. Oh yeah, my bad. Okay. I'm pretty excited for Dragon Ball Super. I really want that to come back. And obviously, Broly's going to be canon, and I hope he does start up a family and join, like, the Z Fighters. Yeah, me and Goshen's look nothing alike, man. Although I would like to have as many subscribers as Goshen's, though. I'm like stagnant in like the 1022. But Goshen's also stagnant right now. Chris, I told him like, no, you're not, man. You're like gaining subscribers like all the time. He's like, yes, I am. I'm stagnant. I've been like in the 7,000s forever. I'm like, okay. Hold on. I want to show you all something to the Dragon Ball Super fans. My Ultra Instinct Goku right there. Funko Pop. How you like that, huh? Pretty cool, huh? I found this bad boy at the local comic shop that I go to often. It was like the last one. I couldn't believe it that I found it. Space Patrol Broly, lol. Manzi, can you elaborate on that? That I should expand my content more to get more people to watch my stuff. I mean, I try. The TV shows and the Marvel comic stuff is not the only thing I talk about. I've talked about, gaming, news, PlayStation, Nintendo, comic book. I mean, my channel's about comics, movies, games, and more. I mean, I don't know how much more expansive I can get. I'm trying, really. Like, I'm talking about different things all the time. It's just that, like, the main big focus is the comic book related stuff, like the movies and the TV shows that are upcoming and the ones that are really popular right now. I do reviews, gaming news. Maybe I should just start doing more gaming news, more than I usually do. But, yeah, go ahead and, if you can elaborate a little bit more for me, that'd be great. I have a Genji and McCree pop. Oh, God, not Overwatch stuff. I don't play Overwatch, but I know what they are. I know what Genji and McCree is. I know who they are. Like, I know what those characters are. I never got into Overwatch, and that game is like $29, man. Like, I'm not gonna buy it anytime soon. Oh, look, it's another Batman comic. The Penguin has a secret. That's nice. I like that one. I like how he died when you mentioned Overwatch. I used to play a lot, but not anymore. That's the thing about games like that, man. Overwatch and Fortnite and stuff like that. Those games just get tiring and boring because of all the grinding you gotta do. And take it from me, I suck at those types of games, man. I suck at Overwatch. And I got kids kicking my ass in Fortnite. And I got the PC to do it. Like I got a really powerful PC to play those kinds of games with a nice video card in there. But rather than Overwatch, because I'm a little weird with competitive games like that, that's just grinding. The game that I'm very used to playing now is Counter-Strike, and I play that a lot. Oh well, I play it, sometimes. And also, I have a Steam account, so if you like, you can actually add me on Steam. I do play some games on Steam. I don't have a huge library on Steam, by the way. I play Rust. It's a pretty old game. I mean, the game's been around for like 6-7 years, maybe 6 years, maybe. I want to say 6 years. It's a pretty good game. I mean, it's like if it was Minecraft for adults, because like your character jumps into the world of completely bare naked, like you have nothing on but like a rock and like a torch. And there are no monsters, but like you're out in the wilderness and you have to find yourself some resources to build yourself like a little campfire, a home, a sleeping bag, and you got to build some weapons to defend yourself because there's also other players online that play with you. So that can be very frustrating because there is absolutely no remorse for these other players. They're assholes. Like they will go out there and they will kill you. They will find you and they'll kill your ass. I just backed up the Flash number 58, Gorilla City. It's a really good one. Games are good. That made you laugh so hard. Yeah. Do I watch DBZ? No. Well, that's Izzy. I think Izzy does watch DBZ. Games with good story and features are really fun, like Red Dead and GTA. Yeah, I agree. Oh, Izzy, you don't watch Dragon Ball, right? Can you type in your username in the chat? I used to play Overwatch all the time, then it got lame, toxic, and now I try to play Fortnite, but I'm so bad. I get wrecked so quickly. Overwatch has good updates, but bad community. Yeah, I mean, the community can be very toxic, really. Fortnite has good updates sometimes, but you need a lot of money the entire time. They make stuff really overpowered. Like the new mecha. Okay, so I have a very, very bad relationship with when it comes to microtransactions. I can't stand the mentality of companies like Activision and EA. I hate those companies now, and it's a real shame because I was growing up as a kid. I was a huge fan of Activision because I love their games. I love the games that they made. And they were all for the consumer. Like this was like the 90s and the early 2000s. I'm that old. But recently, and I have the new Crash Bandicoot Nitro Field remake from 20 years ago, because the original one came out in 1999. Crash Bandicoot, Crash Team Racing. You ever play that? Recently, Activision promised that there wasn't going to be any microtransactions in the game. That was like months when it was announced that CTR was coming to the PS4. And I'm like, yes, we're getting a remake. Just recently, Activision decided to implement microtransactions in a store in Crash Team Racing. Why? Why? It's so stupid. It's so sad too. This company's so selfish, man. I hate it. That's so frustrating. That makes me angry. Spider-Man number 9. I hate that shit. The Spider-Man games were good, like Shattered Dimensions and the Time one. I liked Shattered Dimensions, not the other one. Shattered Dimensions was pretty good. They're not loot boxes, they're surprise mechanics. Edge of Time was godly. Alright. I didn't finish it. And I got stuck on Deadpool level. I was young when I played it, so I was so bad. Well, Crash Team Racing? I mean, I played that game in the 90s, in 1999. I was really good at that game. The game was awesome. Now the current one that's out is hard for some reason. I don't remember the game being that hard. It's surprise taxes. Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm also reading this one. Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, and it's got obviously that's the Todd McFarlane drawing right there, but that's not. And Todd McFarlane didn't draw this, but that costume is based off from Spider-Man, that run right over there. Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man, that's a good one. I really like these. Jameson knows he's Spider-Man in the Spectacular run, but he's on his side on these issues, and Spider-Man supposedly has a sister. So you're just gonna diss my game like that? Woo! Alright, Manzi, I'll be right back 1 sec. Oh my glob, Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man is such a good run. Yes, it is. It is a great run. I totally agree. That's why I read it. I loved it. I'm loving it. You learn a lot about Jameson. You explore like the relationship between Peter Parker and Jameson as well. It really develops over time. It's weird seeing Jameson run a blog. I mean, like, you know, it's 2019, so we're not in the newspaper era anymore. People don't need to consume their information through newspapers. They can just go online and read it that way, or just use their phones. I'm glad that I'm talking to you guys anyways. I get to distract myself because honestly, bagging and boarding comics can be very taxing and exhausting. It's just exhausting in general. Like, it's so annoying. It's like shaving. Except you don't do this every day. Well, you don't shave every day either if you're a man. If you know what I'm talking about. I don't know. Whatever. Scratch that. What's your favorite Spider-Man villain? My favorite Spider-Man villain always. I've had two villains were my favorite of Spider-Man. Always. This is from like the animated series. My favorite Spider-Man villain have always been Dr. Octopus and Venom. Excuse me. I was first introduced to those characters in the 90s, during the Spider-Man animated series, back in 1994, on Fox Kids. You guys remember that? All right, so, and we got the new Absolute Carnage run. I've been excited to get this, and now it's here, and the Silver Surfer is in this issue as well. But I've been wanting to get this for the longest, and I even did a video about the Absolute Carnage coming out. And I'm glad it's back. My favorites are Venom and Mysterio. Good favorites. I'm gonna go play a bit. I'll come back if you're still still live. Excuse me, still live. What's wrong with me? No problem, man. I'll see you. I'll see you later, Menzi. Who else is on the stream? Can you let me know? Because I see 4 people. I think including myself. Is what's his face still there? Is Idmaos Correa still there? That'd be cool. It says 4 people, but just you and I. That's weird. If it's just you and I, that means the other 2 people are just quiet. They don't want to say anything. That's cool. This is a very chill stream. I mean, I'm just sitting back. Hey, we've reached... Okay. We're talking about a lot about Spider-Man. We've reached that point of the Spider-Man life story. The thousands. Or the 2000s, if you want to call it. This is Spider-Man the 1000th story. I have not read this one yet. YouTube is broken right now. I know it says 0. It says 4 on my end because I'm reading it. It says 4. This is the 1000s era. And Peter Parker is already older at this point. And this takes place in 2006. So if... Let's see. I think that's supposed to be Spider-Man, right? Peter Parker. Yeah, he's a pretty grisly old man. I'm spoiling myself a little bit. No, it's not. Here we go. That was a Ben Reilly clone with the beard, I think. Okay. There's Peter Parker right there. Supposedly he's dead. And he's rocking the Alex Ross suit. Like, the color scheme. But, yeah. I was right. Spry for an old man. I can't wait to read this one. I'm going to leave this issue on the side. He should have quit being Spider-Man by then. He should have retired. Then, I mean, in the 90s, he was in his 40s. And then in the 2000s, he's already in his mid-50s. Pushing his mid-50s, I think. Hey, yeah, YouTube is broken. I gotta say that my streams have been nothing but smooth cruising for the longest, as of recent times. Ever since I was able to stream recently again, it's all thanks to the hardware of my new built PC. It's because of that I can now stream in peace without any interruptions or cutoffs. It's amazing. I just love it. It's weird to think if Spider-Man were real, he'd be old as hell when I was just 3 years old in 2006. Wow, you were only 3, Manzi, in 2006? I was 16 in 2006. God, I feel so old already. Yeah, I was 16 in 2006. And to think that was about almost 14 years ago. Wow, time flies, man. So that would make you about 17 right now, right? You were born in 2003? Oh, and I'm also reading the current run of Deadpool. It's always fun to read those, right? I mean, it's written by Scotty Young, art by Scott Hepburn and Ian Herron. Scotty Young is really good. I love the runs of Deadpool. But the Joe Kelly stuff, now that's the funny shit. If you want to read Deadpool and read the funny stuff, read Joe Kelly. You'll love his writes on his writing on Deadpool. That's the funny stuff. It's very meta too. I'm 16 now, almost 17 next February. That's cool, man. At least you're not in your 20s yet. I mean, your 20s is you're still young. I'm turning 29 in. Hey Google, what's today's date?
It is Monday, the 5th of August, 2019.
I'm turning 29 in 8 days. I can almost feel myself pushing 30. Jesus. Turning 29. I don't really feel any different. Oh, Manzi, you were born in February as well. Nice. Oh, look. Here's another City of Bane. This is Batman. This is also by King. This issue has a nice soft cover issue on the front. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The artwork is amazing on this one. You even see, like, the Thomas Wayne Batsuit in this issue. I'm not even old, I'm just experienced. Yeah, I guess you can call it that. I'm experienced. In life. Marvelous. No, it's deliciously cool for DC. I don't even know. I don't even want to know what it's like to be in my 30s, because I'm not even there yet. So, but I'm cutting it close, man. I am. I'm just cutting it close. That's all. And look, City of Bane again. Other issue. I really like the new run of Batman. How many issues already? Oh wait, excuse me. How many issues already boarded up and bagged up? Bagged and board. Board and bagged. Bagged and board. Board, bagged, bagged and board. Alright, this next issue is a Venom issue that I'm about to bag. It's Venom number 16. And then the issue has like a front cover of what appears to be Eddie Brock with his beard. And like some kid. I can't remember. And they're eating like pancakes. And I'm actually kind of craving them. But I'm having that for breakfast tomorrow morning because I have to go to work early. Or this morning. I have to be at work at 7:30 in the morning, so I'm about to cut it out soon. But here's Venom. That's the Rhino. About to smash that window. Good to see Spider-Man villains make an appearance in this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that series was pretty meta as well. I have. This Venom one is also pretty. This Venom is very graphic, or pretty graphic, if you're reading Venom. Yeah, Gwenpool's meta. Gwenpool's not even canon. I don't think she's canon to like the Marvel 616, Earth 616. It's like it's a side thing. I haven't been reading Venom comics recently. I need to read it. It's amazing. They've already of recent times. What's this guy's name that does the comics? Donny Cates. He's become one of my favorites recently. He does really amazing work. He's also writing the new Ghost Rider and Guardians. Donny Cates. He introduced like an entirely new origin to like Venom's origin, like from the past, dating back throughout the time of like the before Christ, or I think it was after death or whatever. And they completely threw in a new origin that made the character very well rounded and very interesting, and I loved it. Oh no. Okay, and for you Mysterio lovers, this one has Mysterio on the cover. It looks like Venom's going to be attacking Spider-Man villains in these issues. So, your boy Mysterio is in this issue. Venom number 4. Yeah, I know who he is. I mean, I don't know him personally. I know Brian Marquez. I'm familiar. I actually have a few of his comics with his name on it. I like his artwork. It's pretty good. Honestly, off the bat, I won't be able to tell you which books he's written. I know he's written a few for Spider-Man and other characters, other Marvel characters, but I won't be able to say which one, honestly. But I've seen his name on it already. Here's one right here, Miles Morales. Read Miles Morales. The new runs are really good. They're very high in demand. People want them. This is number 8. I love this issue. Very, very reminiscent of the Into the Spider-Verse films. Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 8. Did you say who Miles or Woo Miles? Love that guy. Oh, Woo Miles. Love that guy. Yeah, I just love it. And the city like fades with like his costume and his jacket. It's so cool. All right, these are really good. This is the Amazing Spider-Man number 25. This is a 60-page Spider-Mania. Now, remember when I mentioned Nick Spencer? He writes the current run of the Amazing. He draws and does the writing and everything for the current run of the Amazing Spider-Man. And I love his artwork. It's very vibrant, especially on the red. And the eyes are nice. I love the eyes. I just love how he does his design of Spider-Man on these issues. This run is fun. You got to read it. Excuse me. I'm really nasty when it comes to burps. My bad. My bad. Excuse me. I mean, that's one thing you gotta know about me, man. Like I just like throwing it out there. That's the kind of guy I am. Just throwing it out there. So, quick thing, and I just want to talk about this. I just want to piggyback off of what I think one of you guys, I think it was in Manzi or Izzy, I don't remember. One of you guys mentioned that I should be a little bit more broad with like the content I upload. Well, this is why I do this. I like to hear your feedback, commenters, and everything. I like to read your comments. I want to know what it is that you mean by broaden up my channel, like have more variety. I think I do that. I talk about different things and different topics. Maybe not as often on, let's say, gaming, but would you like that? What else would you like? I really want to know. I really want your opinions. I need your input. This helps me grow as a channel, and this helps me get the community. Like this helps me expand on the community that I want for you guys. I want to do this. I want to have a community for you all to enjoy and to join in and talk about. You know, if I get input, you tell me, what is it that you like? Maybe I'll change again. I'm all about change. I don't want to stick doing the same thing because I can get bored. Personally, I can get bored. There is a big community on gaming, right? You're right. You're absolutely right. Should I do a separate channel for that? That's my follow-up channel question. I'm already working on a separate channel for gaming. I don't know what name to give it. Yeah, right. Not in your life. Okay, Manzi, I'm not doing Minecraft Let's Plays. Be serious now.
Okay, I found this on the web for Be Serious Now. Check it out.
Siri, I didn't tell you to do shit. Excuse me. Stupid Siri. I already think you're expensive enough on your channel. That was Manzi, by the way. That's why I subbed, because you do so much. I wouldn't mind gaming, though, but that's just me. Okay, yeah, Izzy, that's great. Yeah, Manzi, Wooden Shield. I'm going to change the name because my best friend is leaving, and he's moving to Orlando with his girlfriend. He's moving, so he's not going to be able to do Wooden Shield anymore. So that's going to force me to change it. What's the name? What should I change the name to? Obviously, I'm also going to change the artwork and everything there. I have a friend of mine, a coworker of mine at my job, who does like artwork. I'm gonna ask him if he can do some artwork with me, dish him out, and I'll pay him some, and I'll give him some money for that. He says that he's willing to do it. So, Astonisher plays? Nah, that wouldn't make sense. Astonisher? No, nothing like that. I was thinking, I don't think it should be I don't think it should be derivative at all. It should be something a little bit different. Do a game you would like, or a game you think has a good story mode. Like God of War 4, Uncharted series, Spider-Man, PS4, maybe Halo, Titanfall. I never got into Titanfall. I do have God of War. I should probably start playing the New Game Plus mode, because I have God of War. Or Red Dead Redemption. Is it too late for me to play Red Dead? Because my cousin has been telling me that I should be playing Red Dead. I should have been playing it at the time that it was very, like, at the height of its popularity. Oh, that's good that you beat Red Dead about a week ago. That's awesome, Manzi. I haven't played Red Dead. Alright, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man's another one you should probably read. I wish I had more people on the stream so that I can get their input. Yeah, it's still popular. Huh. I got it. Since I like to stream, since I like to play on Steam a lot, I should probably record my gameplay footage of that too. I was thinking about for my gaming channel, well, obviously I want to play some older games too. Like, I don't want to be your typical let's play the current game kind of this. I just want to do whatever I want, you know? I don't feel like there's a policy that I should follow or a rule. I'm not going to be within the in crowd either, but at the same time I just want to do what I want. And News to Astonish, I feel like it's an entirely separate entity where I can talk about things like comics, movies, and games, whereas to a gaming channel is strictly just gaming and occasionally probably talking about some games, and that's it. That's what I think. Maybe I can use the gaming channel as an outlet to grow my News to Astonish channel. That's probably an idea right there for me. Here's another one right here, Spider-Man. Nick Spencer again, back at it. I should have taken this to SuperCon. He would have gladly autographed these. Not many people showed up at his desk, at his panel. That might be, they might do an Red Dead remake on Red Dead Redemption 2. Okay. The in crowd is overrated and this channel is underrated. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, Izzy. But what do you guys think? Should I use a gaming channel as like an outlet, like at least a doorway to like get more followers on News to Astonish? Because I feel like the channel is just not growing as much as I wanted it to, but I'm still doing it because I like to do it. Yeah. The only reason I said for you to be more expensive is because you're underrated and it's taking a while for you to grow. Yeah, it is. I am there with you, Menzi. I do agree. It is taking a while for me to grow. It's a very competitive market out there. But I'm doing everything in my power, everything I can to make my videos remotely interesting. I mean, you can tell in my editing. Like, I work hard on those things, on those videos. I put time and effort in those videos. And I mean, occasionally I will get some videos with like hundreds of views, and I'm grateful for that. I mean, I've even gotten some with a few thousands, but it's not enough, I guess. But at the same time, I'm not going to be really complaining as much because I am grateful for at least having this. I have some sort of a following. I mean, I'm up like for my channel. I'm uploading in 4K. That's something right there. It's hard to grow when you're little, but it's easier when you're bigger. I guess so. Yeah, the gaming channel acting as an outlet seems like a good idea. It's a big community. Yep, it is. It's fun to watch, and an even better idea to gain new subs and even followers for your other social media. Then that I will do. I will start on the artwork as soon as possible for my gaming channel. I got to get things together. I got to get everything. I got my OBS set up already. So, like, I got my my sources and my scenes already set up for everything, for gaming, what have you, whatever, it doesn't matter. But I gotta do something. The videos that's on Wood and Shield, I'm gonna leave those there. And yeah, and just go from there. I'm almost done with the stack of comics, and then I'm going to bed. And here's the Flash. This is a variant issue. This is from Williamson and Porter and Hi-Fi. Couldn't say that. Could have said that. Couldn't have said that later. Okay. Make a logo on Wix Logo Maker. That's where I made mine. I'll check yours out. Maybe you can even review comics monthly when a new issue of series comes out. I'm a huge comic book nerd, so that'd buy people like me instantly. Yeah, I've stopped my comic hauls because it got a little too expensive, and I can't do comic reviews every week. And obviously, I'm going to be running out of room eventually, so that's why I stopped it. Better. Here's like some of the recent issues I picked up from like Bendis, the Batman event, Leviathan event. So I had to definitely pick that up. Oh, I met a famous YouTuber today. So occasionally, I mean, every once in a while, I do Lyft. So I'm a Lyft driver and Uber driver as well. I do that on the side. I met a very famous YouTuber today. What are the odds, right? She had, like, her videos obviously are nothing to do with mine. Like, we're completely different people. But I saw her lugging around, like, this, what seemed to be a very expensive camera. It was a Canon with, like, a big old lens on it. And I asked her who she was, and she goes by the name of Kelly Sweet. Like, she's like this, you know, black girl who does music, like makeup tutorials and outerwear tutorials for, like, you know, bikinis and swimwear and dresses and whatnot. And she's met other YouTubers, and she knows other YouTubers like, you know, Liza Koshy and some other famous YouTubers out there. She didn't even know that Etika killed himself. And I know who Etika is. I just never watched his videos. But I know who he was, and he was a huge Nintendo fan. That's really sad, though, that Etika committed suicide. That was very sad. It's a real shame, you know. A young kid blew up on YouTube and everything, and then he goes out and kills himself because he's depressed. It's very sad. You know, I take that very seriously. Depression, suicide. Doesn't matter who you are. Just committing suicide is just is horrible. She was not recording when she was in my car. She wasn't going like, "Hey y'all, I'm in Lyft. What's going on?" You know, she wasn't doing any of that stuff. She was actually really sweet. She was really nice. Like, you know, she took the time to hear me out. Of course, I didn't overwhelm her about me doing YouTube. I just said, "Oh yeah, I do YouTube as well. I like doing that stuff. You know, I do this and that, and that's it." And she talked about herself, and I listened. So, well, true that would take up money and space. I don't know how people do it. Yeah, they have garages probably. They maybe review TV shows you watch. Like I just some suggestions: The Flash, DBZ, The Arrow, Shameless, etc. Man, I was thinking about bringing some anime reviews to my channel as well. Hashtag live forever. Yeah, it's a good way to make some little cash on the side. Everybody's got to eat. And speaking of which, that's going to be my means of financial support for like the next 11 days. I'm going to be doing Lyft on a daily so I can eat and shop for food. Because this August, this rent that I just paid, it drained me dry financially, and I'm going to be broke. So my means of financial support is going to be through Uber and Lyft. And I can easily make about 50, 60 bucks a day. You know? Don't you just love that new bag and board smell? Oh! Okay, you're only going to see that once, and that's only going to be on the stream, and that's it. I'm never doing it again. Do anime reviews, Black Clover, Attack on Titan, Boruto, Dororo. Yeah, Doro. Actually, I've already seen Dororo. JoJo, Tokyo Ghoul, be the beginning, and wait, that turned your channel into an anime channel. No, it wouldn't. I would just do anime reviews and make a section of anime reviews. That's it. I'll still be doing the comic thing. Anime is basically based off of mangas, which are Japanese books, comics. So I should do them. That's one way to expand my channel. I think more people would come to my channel because anime is huge on YouTube. People love anime, and we're in an era of anime references. Anime has become memes, and memes are good. There's like so many anime. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. Yeah, I'm actually gonna be reviewing JoJo then, because I'm in the middle of watching JoJo. If you subscribe, you see Joseph Joestar go, "Oh no!" and it says thank you for subscribing. I love JoJo. I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's so awesome. I'm actually currently watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders Egypt Battle in Egypt. Such a tongue twister. Say that 5 times faster now. Ugh, just finishing stacking these comics, man. Flash, his origin starts here. Nice. I have not I started Attack on Titan Season 3. It's like 8 episodes, 9 episodes. I've started that. That's one chunk of something that's missing in my channel. Anime. And I've only briefly talked about anime. Like, I made a top 10 anime list. People like Bara, Naruto explained, anime balls deep, heavenly control. Already see world do anime stuff all the time. They'd be good in a way to expand. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the Flash has multiple origins. It's the Flash. I mean, time is like a big thing in his comics. Alright, I'm getting tired. Trapped in my Saki. Hey, yo. I wish you would say more things. I like your videos, by the way. Nice seeing you again, Chris. I like the recent videos that you've been making. They always make me laugh. If you want to watch some good stuff, check out Trapped in My Psyche. He makes pretty funny videos. He talks about everything. Like nostalgia stuff. And even anime. He's even made a bunch of videos in anime. I love his videos. It's funny. Hey, I'm gonna go play now. See ya. Bye, Manzi. Have fun. Trapped in My Psyche. What are you up to right now at this time of night? I'm just bagging my comics. I'm almost done. I'm on like the last issue right here. There's another box there, but I'm not doing that tonight. So I'm doing that tomorrow. Oh, and also, if you haven't been noticing, part of my expansion of this channel is to stream more often, which I've been doing so lately, ever since I've been able to stream again. So streaming more often is also a reason why my channel is going to be expanding moving forward. More streams. People love that shit. They love to talk to us. So more streams. Haven't been really making videos of all my focus has been on learning languages right now. Oh, that's cool. What are you learning? It's like 12:40 a.m. where I am right now. Yeah, it's 12:40 a.m. where I am right now as well. You must live in the Eastern Seaboard. What languages are you learning? Alright, oh, second to last. The last one is Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 7. Look at this variant issue of the Flash right here. This is the Flash variant variant cover, number 72. It's beautiful, Captain Cold and the Flash. That is amazing. It's just gorgeous. Stream live reactions, gaming walkthroughs, new updates. The ideas are endless, and yeah, I do. I'm in Florida. Well, that's one thing you and I have something in common, Izzy. I'm also in Florida. Japanese right now. I was going to learn Mandarin at the same time, but I think I'm going to wait. I'm currently 4 months in with Japanese. I also want to go for Korean. Chris, aren't you like part Chinese or Japanese or something? Because your last name? The Flash has amazing artwork. And since you are learning Japanese and you're 4 months in, Chris, or Trapped in My Psyche, however you want me to refer you on the stream, I just want to say that boku wa sukoshi nihongo ga nasemasu. Just backed up the last issue. Miles Morales, Spider-Man #7. I have another box of issues, but I'm going to be boxing those up. So, guys, I just want to say thank you for giving me the ideas on how to stream. I should actually be noting this down right now. I'm learning Korean because my grandma can't speak English, and I'm learning Spanish because customers' jobs are mostly Hispanic, so it would be convenient to talk to them. That's good. That's good. Keep learning Japanese, though. It's a badass language. I know some phrases. I already know how to say some things in Japanese, but not a lot. I was crazy about learning Japanese a couple years ago. I have a Japanese book, too, that I was learning from, but I stopped for a while. But I do want to pick up on it again because I like linguistics. I also speak Spanish, and I speak Portuguese, a bit of Portuguese. Look at all these comics. Oh, my God. Oh my God. It's so fat. I bagged and boarded all these comics in this live streams. This is crazy. It is so fat. Oh. Nah, I'm not. I know you're not. Oh, I figure you're not. I knew you were like Hispanic, but you look Asian for some reason. I'm not. I'm Hispanic and white. That's it. I don't know where the fuck my last name is from. Vao sounds Chinese. The last name is from my American side of the family. I don't know. Vao sounds pretty Asian to me. Yeah. I can't believe I bagged all these comics tonight. It's ridiculous. Oh, man. That is absurd. I'm going to be putting those comics in here. In this box. Because I ran out of comic book boxes. Oh, it fits nice and snug. Okay. I also have these issues to bag and board. Okay, before I close, there's something I want to say. Hang on. Okay. So many comics. There's something I gotta say before I close this. So I should stream. I should do updates. I'm doing more streams, by the way. I'm doing that as much as I can. Live stream reactions to upcoming games. People like that stuff, I hear. That's going to be challenging because, one, I have a full-time job, and it's not as easy as you think. I mean, these YouTubers who get to do these live streams to game releases and stuff is because they do that full-time. They're at home, and they can always do that. So they have the advantage. So talk about more video game news rather than just comic book stuff then, right? I can do that. Talk about upcoming games, updates on games, patches, notes, live stream reactions. That's going to be something. I didn't get to stream E3 this year because I got striked. I had a strike on it, on my community guideline strike, so I couldn't do it. I put in about 4 to 5 hours every day learning Japanese. Haven't been hanging out with friends much because of it. Also currently not in the States. Where you at, Chris? God, I've been wanting to hang out with you for a while. When are you coming back? All right, so I can work with that. Rather than just, I'm gonna go ahead and shift a little bit away from comic book related content and start giving you a mixed bag of video game updates, patches, reactions, and of course I'm gonna be doing live streams more. I'm gonna try to keep doing live streams on a daily. It seems to be working. People are wanting to see me stream, so I think that'll work just fine. So yeah, I'll do that. And definitely check out my latest video that I just uploaded. It's my video on Luke Cage. My culture hopes for a Luke Cage revival. So if you want, check that out. That's the last video I just did. I really like it. I mean, it looks good to me. So I'd really appreciate if you go ahead and check out that video. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. I had fun. Costa Rica. Oh yeah, you've been in Costa Rica for a while. Izzy, do whatever you have time for. Don't push yourself, but it would be cool to see all that gaming, reacting, and anime that we're talking about. Okay, if you want, you guys can keep me in the loop about anime stuff that you want me to see as well. I mean, I am watching JoJo's Bizarre's Adventure right now. I like to watch anime one at a time. I don't like to watch a bunch at a time. It can be a little frustrating and annoying, and just not fun to watch a lot of anime at the same time. It's just that I can't do that. All right, I'm glad. Every day I go to work, I take my my iPad with me to work so I can watch anime. So I can't turn off the autofocus on this camera. It's a Logitech. I can't. It's also, there's not much lighting on this one. Sorry. All right. I mean, I'll see what I can do. I could list anime for hours, but yeah, try to mix it up with some gaming or news on Marvel Media or DC Media, things like that. Yes, I will do that. I promise. If you guys can help me out in your end by having people that you know, friends from school, co-workers or whatever, to come sub to my channel, I will definitely be delivering what you're asking for, because this is great that you're telling me this stuff. This is the kind of insight that I needed. I just couldn't, for the longest, I couldn't figure out what was going on. And I think this might be it. This might be the cusp to something new. But thank you. I really appreciate the recommendations, like the advice as to what I can do to make my channel more appealing to you guys, to give you what you want. And I'm willing to do that, because a lot of things that you're talking about, I actually do like in real life, you know, anime, gaming news, updates. And I'm like, shit, these people are like uploading gaming new updates and videos about it. I'm like, why am I not doing that? My channel's a news channel. I talk about the new updates and stuff about that, comics, movies, games, and more. So I should just utilize that more and put more emphasis on the games and more stuff. So I think this might be it. And now I'm going to be introducing that as well. So I'm thinking about maybe 2 videos a day. Obviously, one covering one comic book related content, and one covering about video game stuff. So whatever it be, I'm pretty sure I'm willing to draw. I'm gonna eventually draw in a new audience. So this might be it. But anyways, I think I am gonna figure it out. Chris, Trapped in My Psyche. I'll see you later. Have a good one. And yeah, I think I'll figure it out. Definitely. Thank you very much for the input, guys. I really appreciate it. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys have been very helpful in this stream, and I'm gonna keep live streaming as well, because I love doing that. So I'm gonna go ahead and work myself a little bit more to death for this channel and implement more stuff. I'm also gonna change my banner, because that banner is already getting old. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. As always, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. And as always, I will see you all in the next comic panel. Bye, guys.